The best way to build good interpersonal relationships is not to treat people to dinner and give gifts. Don't believe it. You always complain that you don't have any connections, but have you ever thought about why you don't have any connections? That's because you don't know how to develop connections. Social psychologist Homans once put forward a view that interpersonal communication is essentially a process of social exchange, giving each other what they need. In other words, the number of connections depends on your position in the eyes of others, and not everyone can help you. The essence of real connections is to give value and equal exchange. What kind of value you can give will determine what kind of people you will know, and how much value you can create for others will determine how much value you have. In any interpersonal relationship, whether it is making friends, managing a husband-wife relationship, a parent-child relationship, or with a leader or a customer, the most basic premise is to understand the other person's heart. Know what they need most, what they are thinking, what they are afraid of, where they are happy, what they are irritable, and how to do it specifically. Investigate and study the foundation of interpersonal relationships, whether in the family, workplace, or social circle. To establish successful interpersonal relationships, you must first do a good investigation. The so-called investigation is not simply to inquire about gossip, but to deeply understand the needs, interests, concerns, and expectations of the other party. To give a simple example, if you want to have a good relationship with your leader in the workplace, the first thing to do is not to show diligence, but to find out what the leader's real needs are, whether to expand business or stabilize the existing team, whether to follow instructions or take the initiative to solve problems. If you don't understand what the other person is thinking, how can you be a close friend? The same is true in the workplace. If you don't understand the troubles of the leader, how can you get a promotion opportunity? The leader will promote you not only because of what you have done in the past and how much credit you have made, but most importantly, what you can do for him in the future. After he promotes you, what benefits you can bring to him is the key. 2. Find the interest point and impress the other party. In all interpersonal interactions, finding the other party's interest point is the key to impressing the other party. Whether it is in the workplace or in private relationships, everyone has their own pleasure points and pain points. In modern society, the core of building good interpersonal relationships lies in how to effectively use the other party's interest points, impress the other party, and finally reach cooperation. For example, if you want your leader to promote you in the workplace, you must be clear about the leader's interests. Is he for business expansion or for maintaining the balance within the company? Do you have the abilities he needs? Can you help him achieve his goals in the future? If you don't understand these, the leader will not consider promoting you based on past achievements and hard work. As the teacher said, investigation and research is the basis for solving problems. Only by careful observation and analysis, finding the needs of the leader and proposing corresponding solutions can the leader really convince you. This is the strategy to accurately impress the other party in interpersonal communication. 3. Win-win thinking in interpersonal relationships. When dealing with interpersonal relationships, we often overlook an important principle: win-win. The struggle and unity ideas in the theory of contradictions tell us that truly stable interpersonal relationships are often achieved by creating a win-win situation. In the workplace, simply striving for opportunities for your own interests may gain some benefits in the short term, but in the long run, this approach of not considering the feelings of others will make you lose supporters. When talking about uniting the majority, the teacher mentioned that we must unite those who are willing to unite, which is to seek a win-win solution. In a team, if you can take into account the overall interests of the team when performing tasks, and let team members feel a sense of accomplishment and value in completing their work, you will naturally be able to establish more lasting and reliable interpersonal relationships in the workplace. On the contrary, if you only care about personal interests and ignore the team, you are likely to lose support at a critical moment. Adapt to the needs of the other party, rather than impose your own values. Speak with facts and mobilize the masses with words that are in line with the interests of the masses. In interpersonal communication, imposing one's own values and preferences is a common cause of deteriorating relationships. For example, quarrels between couples and cold wars between friends are often caused by one party thinking that they are doing good for the other party and forcibly promoting their own correct practices, but ignoring the actual needs of the other party. Conflicts between couples often stem from ignoring each other's needs. One party may think that giving material care is enough, but ignores the emotional needs of the other party. On the other hand, If you can keenly capture the emotional needs of the other party and respond in a timely manner, such a relationship will become more stable and harmonious. Only by understanding others and complying with their needs can you truly win trust and support. Forcing your own way will only lead to resistance and disgust from the other party. 5. Emotional management is the key to resolving conflicts. Caring about the lives of the masses and paying attention to working methods are important ways for us to establish prestige among the masses. In interpersonal communication, the handling of emotions is particularly critical. Many interpersonal relationships break down precisely because of impulsiveness and improper handling. How to control emotions and repair relationships in time is a skill that everyone must master. You may have encountered a leader who loses his temper in the workplace, or a family member who is angry about trivial matters. Blind reactions will only aggravate the conflict. On the contrary, rationally and calmly analyzing the source of the other party's emotions, patiently waiting for the other party to calm down before communicating effectively, can often resolve conflicts and even further enhance feelings. Handling emotions well and managing conflicts with others is not only the key to good interpersonal relationships, but also reflects your height as a mature individual. To be honest, there are many ways to build relationships, and treating people to dinner is only the most basic way. If you want to build a more stable relationship, you can try to consider the problem from 5 aspects: investigation and research, identifying interests, win-win thinking, adapting to the needs of the other party, and emotional management. I hope you can have your own strong network of